Today I'm showing you my grandma's southern strawberry pie, my mama's favorite. Now this is all the ingredients for the pie dough. I've listed the video link in the description. First up, you need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now I'm not really going to talk that much through this video, hopefully. I'm still feeling under the weather. First, you're going to roll out your pie dough. This has been cooling in the refrigerator. Again, the video is linked below. It's a 60-second video, shows you how to do it. It's really fast. And this pie dough has been around over 100 years, I guess. You're going to roll the pie dough out to 1/8 of an inch thickness. If you're making a tart, I would suggest maybe doing it a little bit thicker, I should say, because you're going to want it to be a little bit hardier, so to speak. So we're going to carefully lift the pie dough that's been rolled out into the pie dish. And you're going to use your hands to just make sure it's fitted at the bottom. There's no air gaps. It's on the walls. It's on the bottom. And then next usually I take a pair of scissors because I want to trim off any dough that's more than 1 inch over the edge, beyond the edge. And after I've done that, then I'm going to fold that little bit of pie dough under, and then I'm going to crimp it with my thumb and forefinger. Now I've showed it multiple times in other videos how to do this if you're interested. And now I'm just going to dock the pie. I'm just taking a fork and I'm pricking the bottom of the pie dough. This helps to prevent it from rising, but I also do another step because I want to make sure that it turns out perfect. I just place some foil at the bottom of the pie dish covering the pie dough, and then I fill it up with my baking beans. This will press down and keep everything shaped perfectly. And then I'm going to put it into the preheated 400-degree oven, and I'm going to bake anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. It just depends on when you get that light golden color that we're looking for. And then next ingredients you'll need, this is for the pastry cream that I'm making. And I've listed everything here again to make your life easy. Hopefully it does. And first off, I'm going to measure out 2 cups of whole milk. Then I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and I'm going to mix thoroughly. I want to make sure I've mixed everything together, that the salt is dissolved. And then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I've just sliced up, and then over a low-medium flame, I'm going to pour everything into a medium saucepan. And that's to melt the butter and incorporate everything together. Next, I'm going to cut 1 vanilla bean lengthwise in half. And then I'm going to scrape out the seeds out of the vanilla bean. And then I'm going to place the seeds and the split bean, all into the milk mixture that I just put in that saucepan on the stove. Next, in a mixing bowl, I'm going to take 5 egg yolks. I always use my hand. I find it's just easier to get all the whites off.
Daisy, you okay, honey?
And then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of granulated sugar and place everything in the stand mixer. And I'm going to mix the egg yolks and sugar on high until it becomes light and fluffy. You'll see the next. And now I'm going to be adding a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. As you saw, it changed color, got very light and fluffy. And this is important because this is what's going to thicken the pastry cream later on when we put everything together. And I'm going to scrape down the bowl in between. And I'm sorry I'm not really talking that much today except description. I'm just really tired from my procedure, and I was under the gun. I have a lot of videos, but this is the one I wanted to put up today. So we're scraping down the bowl. And now I'm going to temper the egg and sugar mixture by adding 1/2 cup of the milk that I've been heating on the stove, just drizzling it in a little bit at a time because I want to temper it, because I want to put everything together. I don't want to scramble the eggs. This is how you do it. And I have it on medium right now. You could go lower if you wanted. And then I pour everything back into the saucepan. And I put it back on the stove now it's over a medium-high flame. And I'm just going to be stirring until it becomes thick. And you'll know that it's done when you're stirring, that when you stir, you'll see the bottom of the pan. You'll be able to see it. See how you can see it kind of when I'm stirring? Now I know it's done. And I'm going to pull it off the heat. And I put everything through a fine mesh strainer. And the reason being, it's two parts. I'm getting the excess pieces of the vanilla bean that I had, that I put in to give it more flavor into the pastry cream. But it also gives me the smoothest possible pastry cream I possibly can have for the pie. And it just takes a moment, like everything else I do from scratch. Just takes a moment. And I just scrape off the bottom of the mesh strainer to get every last bit. And now I'm going to put everything into a storage container until I am ready to use the pastry cream. I think I made this pastry cream, a day before I actually did the pie dough and everything. I can't remember now. I bake and cook a lot, so I don't really remember. But I'm putting the plastic wrap directly onto the pastry cream. This is to prevent a film from happening, so it just stays nice and fresh and beautiful. And then I'm going to put it into the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. Now next up is the strawberries. I have 2 pounds of strawberries. I'm going to cut part of it in half, and the other half I'm going to take out the top part. First, I rinse everything off well, the strawberries, and then next I'm going to be hulling the strawberries. Hulling is you just take the top part of the berry off. That's what's called the hull, in case you didn't know. Some people don't. And the other half of the strawberries I'm just going to slice in half. That's what my mama said that her mama always did, so... Then cut the other half of the strawberries in half, and then we're going to put everything together next. So you're going to put all the strawberries, the whole ones and the half ones, barely talk. I'm still recuperating. And then I just about 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's all you really need. I put a little bit extra, but really 2 tablespoons. You're going to want to eat this pie immediately. It won't do well if you store it in the refrigerator. Now I'm going to make some whipped cream. That's all the ingredients you need. You're adding 2 cups of heavy whipping cream to the stand mixer. Then you're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. You're going to mix everything on high, by the way. And then finally, you're going to add a packet of unflavored gelatin. This is to keep it all in the refrigerator for several days. It won't deflate. It will stay just beautiful whipped cream. And the reason why this pie doesn't do well, this pie was always meant to eat immediately. And the reason being is that when you put sugar onto your strawberries, they're going to weep. They're going to macerate. They're going to release some of the liquid. So you're going to want to eat it right away. It still will taste good if you leave it overnight, but you'll notice that your strawberries will have wept. Released or macerate, I should say, not wept. That just sounds strange, as though your strawberries are crying in the refrigerator. You've cut me. So you want to eat it right away. You can also put other berries on top if you want, or other fruit. I could even see you putting sliced peaches on top of this. It'd be very good. But this is what my mama had, unless she tells me something that I don't know already. So I'm just going to add the berries on top, and we're going to serve immediately.
No fuss, no muss, Mom. Oh, that looks so good.
And this is what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. It's delicious. I guarantee you, if you make it, everyone will love it. To help our channel grow, we're asking everybody to please like, subscribe, and comment. If you're enjoying our content, we really hope that you are. Please consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. We also ask that you can please watch the video from beginning to end. This also helps us out. It's all because of how that darn YouTube algorithm works. Otherwise, we stay hidden. We don't get shown to new people. So it's liking, subscribing, commenting, and of course, subscribing. So thank you for your help. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen to us. Thank y'all, and we'll see you soon. We post new videos 2 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help us out tremendously. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos. And we'll see you all real soon. We wanted to profoundly thank everyone for watching. And we will also want to say how grateful we are to all of our new and old subscribers for supporting us and helping us grow. The horrific wildfires in Southern California, Hurricanes Helene and Milton, have destroyed so many lives, as well as there's so many storms that have caused damage throughout the South and across the country. They have affected so many communities, destroying them, and so we know they have a very long road to recovery. So we're encouraging everyone to help those in need by donating to the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, World Central Kitchen, All Hands and Hearts, AmeriCares, Operation Blessing, and Save the Children. We're not affiliated with any of these organizations, but we know they're doing good work on the ground. As always, stay safe and be blessed.